Hey guys, this is Peter. I'm back again to elaborate a little bit more on the 30 days campaign that Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels has launched recently. The 3-day summit, which is a free event, is going to happen today, tomorrow, and the day after. Okay, so it's already happening. Now, what is important to move on from this 3-day summit is the fact that we still have a one funnel away challenge, which will start on October 15. All right, so I'm going to focus on that and what we are going to get as we accept the challenge of the one funnel away. So what is this one funnel away challenge? Well, for $100, when you accept the challenge, you're going to get access to Russell Brunson's Stephen and Julie's training. Okay, they are going to help us execute our own 30 days plan. And what else do we get from that? You're also going to get the 30 days 550-page hardcover book, which is a compilation of all the plans from all 30 speakers. Okay, day 1 to day 30. In each and every one of them will have the plan. Right, these are all the guys that are going to be featured, which is also this group of people. Okay, if you are interested in a niche like affiliate marketing or Facebook ads, or there's another internet marketing. What else is there? Instagram expert. What if you are interested in funnel building? And what if you're interested in e-commerce? And what else do we have? Funnel marketing, sales and marketing, autopilot, personal branding. Okay, just imagine that you have access to any one of the blueprint from one of these speakers. Okay, how they manage to use ClickFunnels and build their 7-figure business will be priceless in itself. And imagine you are getting all 30, okay, in that book, in this book. So that's one of the bonus. The second bonus is lifetime unlimited access to the 30 days interview series, and which you will get access to the interview series. Plus, behind the scene private interviews of 32 Comma Club funnels. This will be the actual funnels that we will be able to see step by step, funnel by funnels, page by page, of how each and every one of them are able to take their business from 0 to the 2 Comma Club. Okay, so all these are invaluable. And on top of that, if any one of you interested in getting my funnel, the one that I'm using to promote the 30 days campaign, you can get in touch with me and I'll be happy to share that with you. All right, so without further ado, let me just move on to the next section, which is a sample of the interviews to show you the type of quality information that we'll be getting from each and every one of them. Okay, just a sample of some of the speakers. And I hope you enjoy it.
And welcome to the 30-day summit, where Russell Brunson has brought together a collection of his top 2 Comma Club and 8-figure award winners to share with you how they would literally survive and begin to rebuild their business in just 30 days if they lost it all. My name is Bailey Richard, and I'm here with Spencer Meekum, who is a full-time affiliate marketer, course creator, and digital teacher. He enjoys winning cars and helping entrepreneurs automate their business so they can live life on their own terms. So Spencer, welcome to the summit.
Thank you so much.
So the reason that you are invited to participate is actually incredibly unique, and I want to make sure I give you all of your props. You are one of the top, if not the top, ClickFunnels affiliate.
Yeah, very recent, but yeah, as a few months ago, I think that's true.
Yeah, and so we have so many different speakers on this summit who are sharing their 30-day plans, who have very specific and very large financial goals, from $10,000 in 30 days to $100,000 in 30 days. But what you really specify in your plan is that you're interested in creating the systems for long-term passive income, which is going to reap those rewards, but maybe over a longer time frame. So could you tell us a little bit about why this is something that you prefer?
Yeah, honestly, I think a lot of it is kind of just the way I am in life. Like, I'm the type of person that wants to just go through, like, just get all the miserable, like, boring stuff out of the way. And if that's like a month worth of like really awful stuff, that's fine, as long as I can not stress about it, for the next month. So like, I'm a reverse procrastinator, I guess you could say. And so for me, I would love to put in a couple of years of really crazy hard work and reap rewards for years and years after that. And so that's kind of my mindset. But probably the other part is just like the stress-free nature of it, right? In your question, I think you mentioned, as opposed to e-com or drop shipping or like building my own product. There's a certain amount of like major stress that comes with all those, right? Like, I'm sure Russell Brunson can attest to like the amount of stress that ClickFunnels gives him on a daily basis, having this product that so many people use. And the same thing with drop shipping, there's support and all kinds of issues that come along with that. And affiliate marketing kind of pushes all that away, and you really just focus on the marketing, but you can still make, a very good similar income to these people that are doing drop shipping and all those things, if you choose the right companies to connect and promote with.
So when it comes to actually choosing companies and products to promote, that's actually where we're headed next, because that's one of the things that you cover in week 1 of your 30-day plan. And as we mentioned, you're obviously an affiliate of ClickFunnels, but that's not the only thing that you are an affiliate for. So I was wondering if you had any suggestions for our audience on what types of products that they should be looking at when choosing their affiliate offers.
Yeah, absolutely. The first one we talked about this in that 30-day plan was software companies are just much better. Software companies just have the margins to be able to pay you kind of what you need to really set up a good passive income, right? Like a physical product isn't going to be able to do it. They're not going to have the margins to pay you 30 or 40%, especially recurring. So like, I only will target software companies always. So that's one big thing. The other thing is like the recurring commission factor. The whole model, right? Everything I do is built around building a passive income, and you can't say you have a passive income if you're constantly feeding a pipeline, right? That's not passive. You're pushing leads into something. And so these recurring, companies, if you choose the right company, you can get someone in there, and I don't know ClickFunnels exact numbers, but someone stays for years, I imagine, once they get a good funnel set up and running. And so if you choose the right company, for example, ClickFunnels, then you truly are getting a passive income, because ClickFunnels is doing all of the retaining at that point, and you just did the marketing.
Well, you do mention in your 30-day plan, also in addition to looking for those software main products that you're going to promote, these complementary products and smaller affiliate offers. Could you touch upon what those are?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really cool when products complement each other. And so I talked a little bit in there about how if I know someone's using ClickFunnels, they're clearly a business owner that's doing something with like lead generation and selling and things like that. So I know that it's very likely that they're going to want, an email automation software. They're going to want like a messenger bot software. They're going to want, anything that's related to those. And so I can tie in all these companies, and you can start cross promoting, right? So I get somebody into ClickFunnels and I say, hey, you're gonna want to be doing messenger bots, and this is all done through email and things, Facebook groups and things like that. How about we show you how to do that as well, and we implement that in your business as well, and so I have people that are using ClickFunnels. They're using a messenger bot software called Opesta. They're using email automation software and other affiliate products all through me. And so I'm making pretty much most of their business runs off softwares that I've referred them to. And I can make monthly commissions off each one of those.
Okay, that makes a ton of sense. So you're, basically creating an entire suite of affiliate products that you can offer someone, and not simply relying on just one thing to bring in that income.
Exactly. And companies do that, right? Like, companies create suites of products, and ClickFunnels has got tons of different products they're doing. So it's the same concept, but you're just doing it as an affiliate instead of, creating them all yourself.
Mm-hmm. At all. My name is Bailey Richard, and I'm delighted now to be speaking with Dan Henry. Dan is the founder of getclients.com. He specializes in selling digital products online and has done multiple 7-figure online courses. He is one of the top 3 Expert Secrets affiliates, a dream car winner, and he broke the record for the fastest 2 Comma Club winner at the time. So Dan, welcome to the summit.
How you doing?
Doing great. It's exciting to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Okay, now you are just one of those guys who's straight Down to business. That's exactly what you did in your 30-day plan, and that's exactly what we're going to do here in this interview. So to start, I'd love to give people an overview of your first 2 weeks. Primarily, your main strategy is to create a Facebook group that you're going to fill with prospective clients and then sell them something on a webinar. Now, we're going to talk about all of that in sequence, but my first question is, why would you be focusing on Facebook as opposed to so many other platforms out there?
Well, because assuming we have no money, right? That's the assumption. Clearly, if we had a bankroll, I would just run ads and crush it. But if we're assuming that we have no money, to me, and I'm sure you could do I've seen people go on LinkedIn and network and get webinar registrations and get people to join their group, and there's all that as well. But the way that I did it, I actually lived this. I lived, the 0 to 30 days, 6 figures. I'm basically recounting what happened in my life. So what I did was I created a Facebook group around a particular topic. And I went out and I made sure to give value, and I baited people. I did what I call profile bait, where I baited people into joining my group. So if you see me, give out some sort of awesome tip in another group, what's the first thing you do when somebody says something, either anything engaging? It could be valuable, it could be funny, it could be offensive, it could be a variety of things. You do what? You click on their name and you go check them out, right? So on my profile image, or my cover image, right dead in the center, so you can see it on mobile and everything, is a call to action to join my Facebook group. Now, I find that people are much more engaged in a Facebook group than in an email list, especially if you welcome them and you engage and all that. And so you build super warm traffic super fast. And I read a book one time. It's a very popular book called Ask by Ryan Levesque. And while I think the book is genius, I'm always been an innovator, and I always like to take things and condense them and make them work faster. And to me, the process in that book was far too long to figure out what you need to figure out, meaning what your audience wants to buy. So I came up with this way, which was vastly shorter. And my big strategy here was not what are you struggling with? Because that's the big question everybody always asks. What are you struggling with? I don't think that's the right question, because you're asking what they're struggling with, and then you're assuming what to create that they're interested in. If you just say, what do you want to learn? Now you know exactly what they want to learn, what they're willing to pay for. Because if somebody's willing to, if 100 people are willing to attend something for free, 1 or 2 are willing to pay for it in greater detail. And you only need 1 to 2% conversion rate on an auto webinar to become a millionaire. Mine converts to 2%. And I went from a tiny little house to a freaking water mansion in 2 years with a 2% conversion rate. So, I upgraded my lifestyle tremendously with 2%. Like, that's all you need is 2%. You can even do it with 1%. It'll just take you a little bit longer. So I find that the big question is, what do you want to learn? Because people, they don't buy what they need. They buy what they want. So you got to figure out what they want. So I just think the narrative should be a little bit different, and that's how I did it.
Richard, and right now I'm delighted to be speaking with Julie Stoyan. Julie Stoyan is a digital marketing consultant and marketing coach, making her mark on the internet through her popular brand, Create Your Laptop Life. Julie has inspired and equipped thousands of up-and-coming business owners with the skills and strategies they need to create, build, and grow profitable online businesses. Julie started her journey to entrepreneurship as a blogger and writer, garnering the attention of media outlets like the New York Times and Washington Post with her no-holds-barred approach to social media. After a rocky divorce and unexpected pregnancy in 2014 that left her needing to build a profitable business quickly, Julie transformed her passion and love for internet marketing into the 7-figure business she has today. In addition to her business, she is also a head coach and funnel builder working with Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels. Julie has been featured on media outlets like Anderson Live, BBC World Have Your Say, and Rachel Ray, as well as numerous business and marketing podcasts and blogs such as Content Academy, Boss Moms, GoDaddy Garage Blog, and Funnel Hacker Radio. So Julie, welcome to the summit.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited about this.
Well, it is absolutely thrilling to have you with us today for this interview, and I'm excited to dive into your 30-day plan right now. So from day one, you say that what you need to get clear on is who you'll serve and what you will sell. And you say the fastest way to cash is offering a tangible deliverable. But since you're not an e-commerce expert, you're going to stick with done-for-you services. So could you please share with us the reasoning behind this, and also which done-for-you service would you choose to offer and why?
Yeah, absolutely. So I always say that when you get started in online marketing, if you don't have any capital, right, you have to like bootstrap it. People choose usually either done for you services, or they choose like a course or coaching business. But you need a big following to sell a lot of courses and to make that money. And I know that it's easier to sell a tangible asset like here's your website, here's your sales funnel, here's your ads or your copy, because there's just more market value to that than an info product, which is often feels kind of flimsy and ethereal. And so when I'm bootstrapping, I want to be able to sell high ticket fast. And when you sell a done for you option, you're not just selling the tangible asset, you're also leveraging and selling time, something that all business owners need. Not only that, but who you're selling to is a business owner. And typically business owners have a lot more money to spend than traditional customers. So going in that B2B kind of route ensures that you're going to get money running as fast as possible. So I would choose, there's a couple industries that I think are the most lucrative for the done for you service. Sales funnels and ads are very lucrative because they make money for the customer. Also, copywriting is pretty lucrative if you're good. Social media management or content strategy can be lucrative as well. And web design, maybe, but I think everyone should be selling sales funnels more than websites at this point. So those would be the services that I would start with, and that's who I would sell to.
Fantastic. And in your own 30-day plan for yourself, you say that done-for-you sales funnels or marketing funnels is the service that you would offer. Now, continuing on, this first week, you spend several days getting your business assets set up and in order, including your company name and website. Could you share with us some of the other tasks that you'll be taking on this week and how you'll go about them?
Yeah. So I find that you could actually get business before you even have a business name, before you have a website, before you have any of those things. You can just go out, go to local businesses, talk to people, and start selling. But I know that a lot of people get nervous. There's like mindset stuff that comes up. And so I feel like if you spend that first week getting your assets together that make you feel like you're ready to sell, you're going to be more confident and you're going to close the sale faster. And so I don't go into a like really big, huge plan, but just your basic assets, like your LinkedIn profile. A lot of people don't think about that, but if you're selling yourself as like a digital marketer, an expert, you're going to get your Facebook business page, your website up, have your logo. But a lot of people, when they hire, they want to see, are you legit? Like are you a legit company? And so sometimes they'll go over to LinkedIn and they'll just check you out to see. And I know a lot of people do that. And so just a few things like that doesn't take that long, just a couple hours, makes you feel like you have legitimate online real estate and you're ready to sell.
Okay, fantastic. So speaking of websites, you mentioned that on your own website, the services page is going to act as the entry point for your own funnel. So I was wondering what exactly you meant by that, and also what does that look like exactly?
Yeah. So using my ClickFunnels account, I'm actually going to build my website in ClickFunnels. A lot of people don't realize that you can build an entire website inside of ClickFunnels, minus the blog aspect. So I'm going to build my little agency website in ClickFunnels. It's going to take me maybe 3 hours tops. One of the pages that you need on a done-for-you agency type site is a services page. And my services page is going to be kind of a hybrid of like services that I offer, as well as some copy that helps to ignite my customers' imagination about what's possible if they hire a digital marketer. And so it's kind of like copy meets packages kind of mushed together. The idea is to get them to click the button to book a call with me. And once I'm on the phone with them, then I can sell them virtually anything I want. And I'm not limited by any particular buy now button or set price, because I can hear what they have, what they need, and then build as big of a package as I can possibly imagine.
At all. My name is Bailey Richard, and right now I'm delighted to be speaking with Peng Jun. After Peng Joon made his first million online from selling products in the computer game niche, he decided to teach others how to monetize their knowledge, passion, and life experience, both online and offline. Over the past few years, he has built a following of over 1 million entrepreneurs, spoken in over 20 countries around the world, and has shared the stage with leaders like Russell Brunson, Tony Robbins, and Robert Kiyosaki. So Peng, welcome to the summit.
Thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. And I'm particularly delighted to be talking with you and diving into your 30-day plan because you are the only summit speaker that I've spoken with so far whose 30-day plan involves throwing a live event. And so I was wondering if we could start off briefly with just a high-level overview of the strategy here and what it is exactly that we're looking to accomplish over these next 30 days.
So the outcome is basically to do a live event at the end of the 30 days, which is day 28. So it's going to be a 3-day event to fulfill the sale, the offer. And to kind of make that happen, I think a good goal is 150,000. And that might seem a little bit high, but I know it's absolutely 100% possible based on like the statistics and the numbers that I have done to be able to sell a room at $1,000 per ticket and pack and fill up the event by giving them a +1. And then the strategy behind that would be to do an upsell at the end of 3 days of giving massive value to a $10,000 offer. So that's the plan.
Okay, and your primary strategy for selling tickets to that live event is going to be webinars, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so let's dive into that a little bit more. You say in your 30-day plan that your strategy is to begin with 3 live webinars that you're going to do weekly on weeks 1, 2, and 3. So I'm curious as to why you favor this strategy versus just starting with an auto webinar or even pursuing some other strategy.
That's because I know that doing a live webinar, conversions is going to be slightly higher than an automated one. There is a difference when you actually start the webinar saying, hey, it's welcome to this webinar this Wednesday, and you actually mention the date and people know that's actually live and that you're there interacting with them. I think that compared to like 2 years ago, the audiences has really wisened up and they can smell that if it's just a replay but it's positioned as like a live webinar. So because I'm starting all over again, I will definitely do it live because of the difference in conversions.
Okay, I think it's a really interesting strategy to be using a webinar to sell a live event ticket. And I'm curious to know if there's any tips or advice that you would give us about how that process might differ than simply using a webinar to sell a $1,000 online course or coaching program. Any insight that you can provide into that?
The reason why I chose a live event is because I know that the perceived value of a live event versus a course, it's very different. Courses are pretty much red ocean. Everybody's trying to sell a course, but the barrier to entry to doing a live event is actually much higher, and therefore the perceived value. Like, put it this way, when was the last time anyone ever attended a webinar and said, this webinar changed my life? Possible, but it's very rare. A live event is where you can actually serve your audiences at the highest level. And that's where you can actually change somebody's life. And therefore, when you demonstrate that value in this period of 2-3 days, that's when they'll be able to see. And then that's where you'll be able to offer your high ticket products or services as well.
My name is Bailey Richard, and right now I'm delighted to be speaking with Liz Benny. Liz lives and breathes the philosophy of playing life full out. And it's not about doing that in a way that other people say is right or proper. It's about being 100% authentic to herself. That's where Liz believes true happiness happens, and she wants that for everyone. It took Liz a while to find business success, although she earned a master's with distinction from her work in positive psychology. After this, ironically, Liz found herself stuck in a job that was draining her soul. So she made a decision and set out to create a better life for herself and her family, a life she'd always dreamed of. She firmly believes that everyone deserves happiness, and her passion is drawing that out of each and every person she works with. Here's the thing. She knows how to make you a ton of money in business, but she also knows that if you're not grounded in what makes you truly happy, then all the money in the world will never be enough, ever. Liz's main focus at the moment is sharing her message of how to be authentic, and she does this through her work as a keynote speaker, assisting others to kapow with various training programs and one-on-one business mentoring. People say that she has a magnetic and engaging personality that you literally get swept along with. But deeper than that, Liz has a raw passion to impact the world positively before she dies, and has a goal of helping 1 billion people live true, real, and authentic lives. Crazy goal? Yes. Impossible? No. So Liz, welcome to the summit.
Hey, thank you so much, Bailey. I'm excited.
Well, we're very excited to have you. And I'd like to kick things off discussing your 30-day plan by asking you if you could give us a 10,000-foot bird's eye view of your plan. What is ultimately going to be happening in these 30 days, and what is your strategy for getting it done?
Got it. Cool. Hey, so for those for everyone watching this right now, I want you to know that this was kind of difficult to do because I've been around in this world for a little while. I've done lots of things online, and it really was quite incredible to be able to take my mind back to like, what literally would I do if I lost it all, if I wasn't known, if I just literally going right back. And if I only had the knowledge that I have right now, like what literally would I do? And so there are so many avenues, and I want you to also know right now, there are so many avenues that I could have gone down for this particular one. And even I was like, oh, I could do that and then that and then that and then that. And I'm like, no, stop. And I want you to know that whilst I'm answering these questions, it really is a matter of me going, taking the mindset of I want to make as much money as humanly possible fast, because the scenario is I want to pay back those debts. So I'm owing money to people, and basically what I want to do is take a fast pass. So what I'm about to say, like I like to move fast in business, and what I'm about to say, like it's about taking a fast approach, and I like to take full concerted effort, like forward, absolutely forward. And once I get that momentum going in business, I really want to make sure that I keep that momentum going, because I've been around business long enough now to know that starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping is like the worst thing you can do. So for the purposes of this, I basically said that what I would do in this scenario, 30 days, if I had 30 days, rebuild my business in 30 days. I really want you to know that I'm taking a double-edged sword approach here, starting with the knowledge that I have and really becoming a servant leader straight away. Like it's straight away. How can I help people get them results straight away as fast as humanly possible, and also get me some cash in the bank to buffer, and so to pay the debts out and also have enough to move forward, right? So it's a double scenario there. But then the long-term focus is to start with coaching, right? To start with one-on-one, to start with group coaching with a little bit of one-on-one. There's a little touch of genius in there. And I mean touch of genius because it's a point of difference. And I really want to make sure that there is a point of difference in what it is that I'm bringing to the marketplace here. So starting with coaching and then moving into packaging that up and selling that en masse for a reduced price. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.